Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got this really cute double Z fold card for you. See, it stands and displays itself, folds flat for an envelope. Here's another color combination, same card, same idea. I just love this fun, simple fun fold. This is the card that we're going to be making at Coffee and a Card tomorrow in my Rolling Meadows, Illinois home studio. We do Coffee and a Card every other Wednesday, and all adult crafters are welcome. So let me show you here what we've got. We're going to make a completely different color combination of this card. We've got about half a sheet of Whisper White cardstock, minus one of the big rectangles. So I don't know what you need, maybe 5.5 by 5.5. Whisper White. We're going to do some die cutting and some fussy cutting and some punching out of this. Then we've got the pieces for our card base. We're going to use Daffodil Delight this time. So this one's Purple Posy. This one's Lovely Lipstick. We're going to do one in Daffodil Delight. And the pieces for our card base, they are 11 by 4 1/4. And this one is 8.5 by 3 1/8. So those are our card base pieces. Then I've got my designer series paper. All the designer series paper you see here is from the Best Dressed 6x6 designer series paper. So you can see there's lots of different things, dots, stripes, multicolored ones. Diagonal stripes here are monochromatic, and lots of different floral patterns. I love this 6x6 paper pack. There is just a ton packed in to this one little 6x6 pack. You'll have to choose two patterns that you like together. I chose the Daffodil Delight diagonal stripe. This one is 4 inches by 2.5. And this multicolor floral, this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. All right, let's grab our Simply Scored tool, and we're gonna get started right away with the mechanics of the card base. All right, here's the Simply Score tool. We're gonna score both of these on the long sides, on the landscape sides. And we're gonna score first in half, so at 5.5, we're gonna score. And then we're gonna split this remaining side in half. So we're gonna score at 2 3/4. Then we're gonna do exactly the same thing with our second piece. This one's 8.5. We'll score in half at 4 1/4, and then we're going to score this left side in half at 2 1/8. So there is the card base. Let's get our bone folder. All right, now I'm going to fold these guys in half and then backwards. You see? So that's what we're looking for. This is a double Z fold card, and there's our first Z. We're going to do the same thing with this guy. We're going to fold in half. And then we're going to fold back on that first score line. So there's our second Z. Now, to make things as little complicated as possible, let's grab our designer series paper and let's adhere those now. Got my multi-purpose liquid glue, and our designer series papers go both on our larger Z folds. So let's start with this bigger piece. We're going to just scribble a bit on the back side, and we're going to center that inside of our Z here. So in a nice even Daffodil Delight border all the way around our flowers, we're gonna burnish that down. Then we'll fold our Z back up, grab the Daffodil Delight diagonal stripes, and let's adhere that one to the front of our card. So inside we've got those gorgeous flowers, and outside we've got that Daffodil Delight stripe. So pretty. All right, now the mechanics of the card. Here's how this works. This folded side here is our adhesive side. So this gets adhesive and this bottom half gets adhesive. And then you're going to center that in and glue down. See? But before we do that, one little trick here. Let's grab our Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. This ribbon is, let's see, 1/4 of an inch, and got this gorgeous little ruche texturing. This is from the 2020 mini catalog. We're going to wrap around and then tie a bow far off center. We want it way to the left side. I love all this gorgeous daffodil texture on top of the daffodil cardstock. And it's really gonna set off our little daffodil boots and umbrella. We'll get to those in just a second. All right, so we've got our ribbon. I need ribbon scissors. We're going to trim off the excess. And to put this card together, I'm gonna use some tear and tape. So it will do the front of our card. That's where the bow is. That's where our embellishments are going to go, the back of our card. This is where our adhesive goes. So I'm going to put a few strips of tear and tape adhesive. I'm going to go down along underneath the bow, right above the bow, and then on our flap here, we're going to go 2 strips across. So there's our adhesive. Let's remove those, release with our take your pick tool. I love this tool. Save your nails, especially in this dry winter weather. All right, so all the release is removed. Everything's sticky. And now, like I showed you before, we're gonna just center this little guy right to left, top to bottom, nice and straight, and burnish. Get all that adhesive burnished down. And there, look. You've already done it. There's your little double Z fold. Cute little standing card. Folds flat for an envelope. I love it, don't you? All right, let's slide this guy to the side and we're gonna get the big shot. Okay, we need to do some die cutting. So we're gonna drop our Whisper white paper into the machine and we're going to die cut 2 stitched, scalloped rectangles. I just love these dies. They're so useful. They come from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and we're using the second largest. That's 3 5/8 by 2.5. And then we're also using the 4th size, the D size. So it's the 3rd from smallest, 4th from largest, right in the middle there. That's 2 3/4 by 1 5/8. All right. And there's our gorgeous rectangles. Love these guys. All right, let's clear this away and do some stamping. All right, so stamping, we need a Stampin' Pierce mat because under my umbrella is a photopolymer stamp set. It's a 15-piece clear set. When you use photopolymer, you want to put the cushion underneath the stamp because there's no cushion between the stamp and the block. So we're gonna take our scrap paper first. We're going to ink up the canopy, the open umbrella. We're gonna stamp that one along the edge here. Now the way our punch is set up, we're gonna need a handle, but that is gonna go upside down. I'll show you, here's our umbrella builder punch. And when you line this one up, it's gonna go upside down and slightly kicked out. So we can go ahead and add that little guy. Let's see if we can get both of those punched out. We won't be able to get them in the same punch, but hopefully paying attention to the orientation, we can get them punched out, one without ruining the other one. That's the thing with these builder punches. You gotta take just a minute, think about your strategy before you stamp. All right, so there's our umbrella, and see, sure enough, we can get in there and get the handle out of there. From the scraps, we need just a couple more little images here. I've got a little floral spray. This is for inside the boots. We're gonna stamp 2 of those. We're gonna have to color those and cut them out. It's not on the punch, sorry. And then we can slide that to the side. Let's bring in our smaller stitched scallop rectangle. I've got Hello Sunshine. I'm gonna stamp that in the center of my little stitched scallop rectangle. I've got another little spray of flowers. This one's a little bit smaller. We're gonna ink that one up. and embellish our little Hello Sunshine greeting. Get that in there cute for the inside of the card. Slide that to the side. Now for the outside of the card, I'm going to add Rain or Shine, You're Always on My Mind. I'm going to stamp that as far in the left-hand corner, lower corner as I can, because I need room for my little rain boots, which are next. Get these little rain boots all inked up. I'm going to stamp those right next to Shine. Look at those cuties. Love them. All right, now coloring. We're going to color these in with Stampin' Blends. Get the ink pad out of here before I do something crazy. I'm going to protect my work surface. So I got my little Stampin' Up grid paper pad here, because if you're doing Stampin' Blends right, you're going to soak right through the paper sometimes. You want to protect the surface that you're working on. I'm going to use Old Olive. I've got Daffodil Delight Combo Pack. I've got the Purple Posy Combo Pack. I've got the Lovely Lipstick Combo Pack. And I've got the Petal Pink Combo Pack. So there's my Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to color these little sprays of flowers in with a combination of those colors. All right, so there's my little floral sprays. Now we're gonna color the one inside very similarly. There's our little Hello Sunshine. Now let's look at our boots and our umbrella canopy here. I'm going to color in my boots and umbrella with Daffodil Delight. I'm using the light, and then I'll shadow with the dark, and I'll blend together with the light. It's all single color blending, but I want to work in small sections on these big open images. If you work in small sections, then your ink stays nice and wet, and it'll blend the two shades together easier. Aren't those rain boots so cute? I'm going to do exactly the same thing with my umbrella. Color in light and shade with the dark. And there's our beautiful yellow canopy. Are they so sunshiny? All right, let's clear away the scratch paper and markers. bring our card base back in here. Going to once again start to put some of these pieces together. Got my little Hello Sunshine. Let's go ahead and add some multi-purpose liquid glue to the back of that. And we're going to add that right to this inside panel here. We'll just center it in there. Make sure it's not uphill or down. Cute, cute. Now, gotta do a little fussy cutting. I'm going to snip my little flowers out and cut around them very close. The very bottom edge here, I'm even cutting right on that black line because I want them to look like they're sitting in the boot with no gap. So I'm going to cut right along the line on the bottom edge. And I just close the scissor and turn the edge of the stamp right into it. Now when I go up the side and around the top, I'm going to go back to my usual method of cutting with a very small little white border. I'll cut both out in the same manner, and then we'll get this card together. All right, there's our two little flower sprays. Going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue and adhere one flat to the boots just above. So scribble a multi-purpose liquid glue with that little pink flower pointed up. Now for this other flower, we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. I got minis right here. Gonna pop little mini dimensionals on the back. I got two of them. Put that one with the little pink flower down. I found I liked that combination. I thought it made a good looking bouquet. All right, then if you look at this little sample, see my umbrella and my boots? And this little sample, see my umbrella and boots? I'm gonna add a little white polka dot to our boots and our umbrella. Let's see how it works on the Daffodil Delight. So just take your Stampin' Up chalk pen. Ooh, it looks so pretty. And we've given our boots a little bit of time to dry here. I've noticed that if you go right over wet Stampin' Blends, your white will take on more of the color that's underneath it. That's okay. But if you look at my purple boots, you see that where I waited a little bit longer on the umbrella and it doesn't take on the purple quite as much. So leave your Stampin' Blends just a bit to dry before you add the Stampin' Chalk marker polka dots. Now, let's take our little boot panel here and I'm going to run some mini dimensionals. I'm going to do 3 across the bottom, 3 across the top, and I'm going to do 2 high of center so that they go above and below the ribbon. It's nicely supported, but the ribbon will slide right in between there. Okay, they're all sticky, so let's bring our card base back in here. I'm going to flatten that up. We're going to add our scallop panel to the right of center, but centered top to bottom. Varnish that guy down. Kind of rearrange our ribbon here. There. Ooh, is that sunshiny? I love it. All right, now I'm going to do the same little polka dot treatment on our umbrella canopy. We're just going to take our time and random dot with the white chalk pen. So cute. I love all things polka dotted. And I really am going for random here. See if there's any places that are clearly missed. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe one right here. All right. Then I'm going to grab a couple of dimensionals, little minis. And I'm going to add minis not all the way to the left-hand side on the umbrella because it's going to overlap the edge of the scallop stitch rectangle. So a few dimensionals. Now our canopy is all sticky. Let's add the canopy so that it goes off the edge almost to the top. And you got the canopy where you like. Then it makes it easy to just go in with our handle, little multi-purpose liquid glue. And we can add that right in the center. I need it to go to the left just a little bit. I never burnish anything down until I'm sure, because I want that just a little bit to the left so that I can move my handle off the flowers. So I gotta rearrange our little umbrella handle here without making too big a mess. Rain or shine, you're always on my mind. Or, no matter the weather, we're friends forever. Or, maybe rain or shine, you're always on my mind. Which one do you like best? I think that they're all pretty. It's just gonna depend maybe on your favorite color. If you got any questions about the cards, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.